Hello and welcome back to the VR Master League. Ignore those things on screen, they are in fact lies. But we can, finally, we're here for SpaceForce versus Silent Deadly. I've been waiting for this one personally. I've been looking forward to it. Because these teams, I'd say they're even. Perfectly even. Both kind of came out of nowhere recently, made up of experienced players on a new team. Everything's exciting and it's all looking up. That's my thoughts on this match, and I'm looking forward to it. And both teams already in and probably going to be ready very soon, so we should get into these things very quickly. You can hear the beeps in the background. Right, we've got to hurry this along. We've got the bands, we've got Tanker, and we also have a Snow Peak band. We can't see that Snow Peak band, oh well. And there you go, there's the Tank band, and the first map is going to be bizarre. And we're going to go straight in. We got no time. These teams are not messing about. Or do we have time? I think they just faked me out. Yeah, they faked me out. Okay. We can talk about the bands for a little bit then. We have time, in fact. So, again, a Tanker band, and we have a Snow Peak band. The Snow Peak is from Silent but Deadly, and SpaceForce band Tanker. And also they picked Volk. They have the home team kind of pick here, so they decided to take Volk instead of picking the first map, which I think is an interesting move. So, it's SpaceForce pick of Bazaar. I'm not sure if I actually did ping it. Yes, I did. Very good. Oh, an exciting start, just immediately. I can't survive if they keep doing this. It's going to be a harsh match, I think. But yeah, I'm absolutely looking forward to this series here. These teams, I said, they're both kind of coming out of nowhere early this season or the season before. They're full of experienced players. They've come from other teams. They've spread across the America's East Division. They've kind of grouped up together now, and they are here fighting against each other, and it's definitely going to be a good one. Most of Silent but Deadly did come from Stone Cold Killer's Dark Tunnel. I think he is a new pickup for the team. I've not seen him around before in the league, so I do imagine he is a newer player for the league, but who knows, maybe I am wrong, possibly. I need to get some more information on these Silent but Deadly teams. I guess that's a good description for them. Silent but Deadly, you never know. High skilled players that kind of come out of nowhere, no league experience, but they are ready to fight. Players have been like that in the past, but now on the side of SpaceForce, we can actually just go to the match page here and take a look at it. That's one thing I may have forgotten, but there we are. You can see Silent but Deadly with Enigma, Dark Tunnel, that Mysterious Man, Dr. Sean, 4Q, Rush of Light, Bear Grylls, and Vortex, who is still on cooldown from leaving Ember. And on SpaceForce's side, we have Honey Half, formerly of SMC Tactical, Sergeant Vanover, formerly of Ronin, I believe, Destructor, also formerly of Ronin, Diesel, also formerly of Ronin, I believe, and Driver of Car. I think he was on, whatever the team's name is, it's been so long now, I've almost forgotten it. Insert blank here, the old Scorpio, Zarek, top of the tier team, very old, disbanded a very long time ago. I think he took a break from the league for a while, and now he is back. We also have Lionheart, the previous super reservist, now in force on SpaceForce for this silver matchup. It should be very good. Appears we are just waiting on these teams. They're all readied up, I believe. In fact, they are ready, and we are going straight in. First round of this here series of Silent but Deadly versus SpaceForce, and we're off.
Guys, let's play some Onward! Yay! Yay!
They're ready to play some Onward. SpaceForce, not SpaceForce, Silent but Deadly. They're happy here. Dr. Sean with the war cry straight out of the gate. Let's see how SpaceForce is faring. Silent and strategic. No war cries coming up from them today. I do expect some fantastic plays. Nevertheless. He's already zooming across. That's Diesel. Fearless move. But so far, I think this is what I'm expecting coming out from these teams here. We've got the kind of, I'm not sure how to describe, the conservative overall, with maybe one position that's going to be getting a little bit aggressive. That's dead in the center. That is, let's see who that is. Who that is? That's 4Q, of course. The Nady from Stone Cold Killers. Yeah, this is pretty much all I'm expecting. The one player there, 4Q, out in the way. Possibly going to do some aggressive flanks later on. Rest of the team kind of sitting back on the objective and making sure they can kind of start this off well with a round win on Volk before they move on to their Marsoc. And from SpaceForce, we're seeing the coordinate plays here. A full southwest move here, which I find interesting. 3 going southwest along that west wall especially is a rather interesting move indeed. Now those guys coming in from the western courtyard and also the 2-story is definitely feeling like a standard attack here though. And they're definitely going to be making their entrance point in that western courtyard rather than the main street. Keeping the things nice and quiet. Some shots are bringing it from Destructor. He didn't quite spot anyone, I believe. That's just pre-fire for the guys in the southwest. Getting the smokes and the nades in the mini-market, and this is looking like their push is going to be starting off here. The smokes are seeming pretty strong. A good nade if someone was on that corner, but unfortunately they are not, and the pre-fire is going to continue, but they need to move with these smokes. Honeyhoff is going to be leading the charge here. Action very likely to be coming out imminently. Honeyhoff is going to be possibly trying to have a little duel with member there through the wood. Does manage to take down Bear Grylls. More shots coming out. They're going to be moving up nice and hard. Lionheart is going to be the one going straight in, trying to deal with Dr. Sean. Takes down Dr. Sean in a dual attack with Honeyhoff. He's on the objective, but 4Q picks him up from across the way. Now Enigma is on the objective as well. 4Q was just free-fragged by Diesel in the western courtyard, but Enigma is the only one on objective. He did pop off those random shots, which is less than ideal. When he sees Honeyhoff, he takes him down. That is exactly what they need here. Oh, those shots are dangerous. He's peeking out into the street. He gets taken down as well. Driver of car. Not a fantastic shot there. But Enigma is certainly getting his shots on point here. Tunnel. The mystery man himself is going to be the one. Oh, is that a nade? Oh, very lucky he did not peek out there. The Dark Tunnel's going to be coming around. He sees him just through the smoke on the corner of the building. He's popping out the shots, but he's not going to be able to get them. Very lucky for the member of SpaceForce ducking out there, but Destructor is going to be coming through the western mini-market yet again. Enigma doesn't quite see him, but he's poked out, and there he goes. Now we are just left with the one remaining member of SpaceForce, Diesel, in a very hard situation indeed. He needs some nades on the objective, and he needs them bad. Very much a dark tunnel there is going to be a big threat for him. He's going to be moving up to the north to get better vision on that street, while Enigma continues to cover the objective from the other angles. He was just checking his tracking there. He knows how much time's left. He has plenty of time left. That was a pretty speedy move from SpaceForce on the southwest side. So he's not particularly scared of running out of time. However, he cannot afford to be particularly lazy about it. 2 minutes can go by very fast in a 1v2 situation if you're not careful. Going to be coming out across this corner. There is no one currently available on Silent but Deadly to spot him here. Enigma will be able to spot him once he moves up a little bit more. However, Dark Tunnel peeking out here. That pillar is just barely blocking his view. But I think Diesel has spotted him. Yeah, judging by where he's looking, Enigma's moving about on the objective. He did see Diesel and takes him down. And that first round is going to Silent but Deadly. Their conservative play playing off big time there. There we go. The first round is indeed going to Silent but Deadly. I've said it many a time before. You never know. The first round is never the best indicator of things, but I'm feeling it yet again. That this is the kind of general pace we'll be seeing for the rest of this series. The kind of aggressive play, and yet also aggressive play, conservative play, passive aggressive. It's Legionnaires, and it's the Legionnaires match all over again. I think that's the kind of spiel I was trying to pull out there. Oh dear, looks like there may be a disconnect on the side of SpaceForce there. Maybe he's just wiping his kills just for fun, you never know. But hopefully there's nothing major, but we just have to hope. Have the hope in our hearts. Ooh, looking at the kill feed here, well, not the kill feed, the scoreboard here, we can see that Enigma is going 4-0. He wasn't letting up there, absolutely. It's a very nice, respectable start for him, being the captain of Silent but Deadly. Really nice move, coming up the western side, sitting by the pallets, picking off Honeyhoff, coming through the western courtyard, picking off one member coming around the corner as he tried to push the objective, picking off Destructor as he tries to come towards the objective through the mini market again. Then I believe he also got another member there as he tried to cross the street. Then of course finally it was oh no, that was Fortune that got the second guy that tried to cross the street. It was Enigma that picked up Diesel at the very end, of course. Of course, for you guys already hopping in and watching this here, thank you all for coming by. It should be a very exciting series. There are some minor technical difficulties currently going on. Hopefully not going to be going on for too much longer, but we have a very exciting series ahead of us, so make sure you kind of stop by. If you don't have too much time, just stop by from time to time. Keep updated on how it is going. And of course, make sure to clip anything you may like to see in the future or in the VR respawn shows and all of that stuff. It's always good to have. You need it. You gotta clip the things. You gotta. I'm demanding everyone watching here. Clip the things. Thank you. It's much appreciated. It seems that the one member of SpaceForce is in fact just trying to restart his PC. Had some technical difficulties. A patch did drop just mere, what, an hour ago? Half an hour ago? So there may be some issues coming on as we explore uncharted territories of this 1.5.7 hotfix. You never know what could happen. Maybe it'll be smooth runnings, maybe there will be numerous bugs. Who knows? I'm hoping it'll be smooth runnings. I imagine the players are as well. Maybe they are hoping for bugs. Maybe they're like sadistic. Who knows? I hope they are though. In fact, I will lever the curse here to say this match will be incredibly buggy. Now that I've said that, it cannot be buggy. Yeah, that's how you exploit the curses laid upon you. Looks like that one member is back. You may have just heard him talk just for a second in the back of the lobby there. But he is now on the side of SpaceForce, and hopefully they're going to be readied up and going in the next couple of seconds. We're very much overrunning on the 2-minute timer here. Or the 1 minute 30 technically. Yeah, you can hear the beeps in the background. We are starting to set off on this round, heading back to the game for the second round. SpaceForce versus Silent but Deadly. I really want to call it Sinister Pride and also Silent Purge at the same time, so I may slip up at some point, and we want to be looking out for that. Interesting war cries there. Meanwhile, SpaceForce is maintaining their professional demeanor as they roll out. Oh, these shots are very much not so professional. They all missed their mark from Honey Half. I think that was like 3 members of Silent but Deadly stacked up next to each other through the window. I guess he just couldn't quite get those shots on them.
Just saw one move on the north side of Middle Bazaar. moved into that little patio area.
Potentially driver of car could see anyone coming on this northern side. This is a very common position though, so he's got to be cautious of someone potentially throwing a nade up there from a long distance. That'd be a hell of a nade. But maybe. It's a possibility. With 4Q on the opposite side, a nade like that is very much on the cards for Silent but Deadly, and SpaceForce are going to be after looking out for themselves. He's looking for the people in the western courtyard here. I don't think he's going to be able to spot him unless he starts getting really aggressive moving out into the western courtyard here. But these are some very aggressive moves coming out from the rest of Silent but Deadly. Especially Dr. Sean here. Look at this. If Dr. Sean drops down here, he's going to have a very unpleasant time. Honeyhoff hasn't twigged that he's up there proning. He's far too silent for that, but I can't imagine that's going to last forever. And if Dark Tunnel moves down the open like this, Lionheart might spot him. In fact, he has to spot him. Somehow he did. Amazing, but Honeyhoff, he has to see Dark Tunnel in the open at least. There's no way they can let him across. There we go. Though Dr. Sean got the immediate refrag onto Lionheart. That has alerted Honeyhoff to his presence, but he has no idea where he is exactly. He must know he's close, but I don't think he knows he's proning right above his head. Neither of them know they're here. Somehow. Oh, Dr. Sean, here he goes. Driver of car picked off Bear Grylls on the north, but what is Dr. Sean doing? He didn't spot him! Dr. Sean, you've got to spot him, please. You have to spot him. The legs, they're poking out over the ledge. Honeyhoff hasn't seen a thing. He's making so many clicking noises. Honeyhoff has to know. There you go, the nade's out. Honeyhoff knows. No way he doesn't. There we go. Peeks out. Gets shot. Now Silent but Deadly is down to 2 remaining members. Enigma's actually pretty far up. He, for some reason, hasn't spun round to deal with Honeyhoff there. I don't quite know how. But the smokes are very much out and they are pretty thick, though not quite precise. Silent but Deadly. Oh, there goes Honeyhoff. But 4Q, the nice 360 play on the stairs there. The classic move. That's going to allow them to move up here. The one man in the blue room going to be a threat for Silent but Deadly's approach here. But he can't see the arm stick out, but it's a trade between the two. Now we're just left with a 1v2 situation. 4Q going to be approaching the objective. 4Q doesn't know that Enigma went down and traded with Destructor though. That is the issue with trades, but with 4Q, there's a guy just next to him. He hears the footsteps though. Going to be hunting for him. The best bet now is to go silent. Tries to go silent, but of course Diesel then pokes out his head and gets taken down. Now it's a 1v1 situation, a clutch very much possible for 4Q here. I imagine driver of car is getting very nervous as we approach this minute. If he keeps looking around like this and making this much noise, 4Q is going to know exactly where he is. He just sprayed onto the objective. He thinks he's there. 4Q is going to be rushing the objective. Who's going to win this corner peek? No one's going to peek that corner. 4Q's looking around again. They're both confused. They're all turned around, and it's driver of car that comes out ahead in that situation. A 1-to-1 now. SpaceForce, they're certainly not slacking. There you go. Look at the scoreboard. Seeing Enigma with his 5-1. Honeyhoff 3-2. Pretty standard except for Enigma so far. Potentially we'll see some forerunners come up later on. You never know. Also, if you notice any technical difficulties during this batch, be sure to let me know. Most of these things can be resolved relatively quickly. Most. Not all, but most. There we go. Any minor frame drops you had earlier should be resolved now, just to make sure. There were a couple. But hopefully no more. We should be hopping into the next round in the next couple of seconds here. Just waiting on that ready up from the remaining members of Silent but Deadly. And possibly also SpaceForce. I'm not quite sure. I can't see it. There you go. They are hopping in now. Third round going in. This time an east objective. We're really sticking to the west, the west and the east sides of the map here. And it's a fast spawn as well. This is a dangerous one. Some Deadly cannot afford to slack here.
Not always silent.
Yeah, sometimes we're loud.
Yeah, sometimes we're loud.
Sometimes they're loud.
Yeah.
Missed through words of a conversation half heard. Who knows what it'll mean, but potentially Dr. Sean's going to go down quickly. That's some nice precise fire, and SpaceForce are certainly looking to go in fast. Just clearing this second floor building nice and fast. The Coyote, as the American players would call it, and the Center North 2-story for the European players. It's quite a long-winded one. Probably killed many people trying to call that out. But so far, this is looking like your standard three coming in from the main side of the objective, 2 going east and clearing it. And wow, looking at this objective here, there's a pretty big hole in the defense of Silent but Deadly here. If that one guy in the northeast goes down, they're going to be just free to pepper the eastern courtyard, and that is not what you want. If someone gets into that eastern wall area and can pepper the eastern courtyard on this objective, it's very bad news indeed. Driver of car has spotted the members of Silent but Deadly in the blue room, that being Bear Grylls. He is going to hold up this eastern cross here for quite some time. However, most likely he's going to be going down. Is that a Val? I've never seen someone use a Val before. That's an interesting move. The recoil on that thing is very low, but the damage is also equally low. Minor suppression coming out from driver of car. I imagine that is noise cover for Lionheart to move up here. Where potentially, if he makes some noise, Enigma is going to be getting very, very happy running around the corner to take him down. But Dark Tunnel, watching this Dark Tunnel, is going to be the main threat for Lionheart. Keep checking his tangle. It would be better to have it out and ready to watch, especially in this kind of scenario. But Lionheart is not budging. He knows that peeking this alleyway is likely to end in his death now that he knows there's someone in the blue room. And there's actually 2 people in the blue room technically, though Dark Tunnel is not inside. He's just by that crate. People in the east are still unaware of this. Oh, but Lionheart's making noise now. Enigma will know that he's just outside. Getting a little bit antsy. You can see him bobbing up and down. Not wanting to move out though. Diesel is here to back up Lionheart. He's in a good location for a refrag should Enigma run out to get the frag. Smokes are coming across on the eastern side that may distract Enigma and Dark Tunnel a little bit. Here goes Lionheart with a peek. Immediately gets taken down though. That is not what they need at all. And the men of the east driver of car is actually making a pretty successful push. The nice smoke redirect, but he's running out in the open somehow though. That nice smoke on the doorway lets him cross over. Driver of car could slip straight into the objective area here. He could take down Bear Grylls and Dark Tunnel both, maybe even Dr. Sean. He just needs to stay absolutely silent in this scenario. Absolutely silent, and the rest of his team can just clean up. Dark Tunnel did take down Diesel, but driver of cars going for the quick refrag. He made a lot of noise running around that corner though. did not work out fantastically, and some more shots on the northeast is going to give away that member's position, that being 4Q. However, at this stage in the game, it's not a major issue. There's only 2 minutes remaining. So the Destructor is going to be the one trying to go for the objective now. He's the last one left against a full 5-man squad of Silent but Deadly. Destructor is on the objective here. I'm pretty sure that the man on the objective knows he's coming though. The defender will win this trade before Destructor does, unless he totally whiffs it. No, he's getting the tablet out. He sees the arm though, he sees the arm, he's on the objective right now. He could get cap here, he needs to be very quick. He needs to be absolutely lightning fast with this cap here. He's going to be exposed in the open. Dark Tunnel has to see him here. He has to see him. Oh, that was too close for Silent but Deadly, but they do wrap up that round with 3 on the objective, only losing 1 member that round. That was getting a little bit scary. A few more seconds, like 1 or 2, and that would have been a possible cap to make it 3-1. Man, Enigma is now going 6-1. This is getting unbelievable. Enigma is going to be carrying the full brunt of SpaceForce, it seems. Unbelievable. Vortex in chat there. He really wants to get in. He wants to get in and absolutely dominate SpaceForce, but the 2-week cooldown is denying him. He only left like what, I believe 3 days ago, so he's certainly got some time waiting still. It's a brutal wait, but he shall endure. There we go, we're hopping in now. What? This is the 3rd round, I believe, if the math in my head. The map in my head is correct. Yes, this is the 4th round going in. Here we go. More war cries coming out from Silent but Deadly here.
Yeah, you do that. Hey,
Hold your flatulence.
Interesting talk from Silent but Deadly. Hold your flatulence. That's a team cry, I think. Yeah, please excuse any tech issues. I will attempt to resolve them as quickly as possible. I'm currently unsure as to what is causing them. You can look at the overhead map. This is going to be a direct frontal assault from Silent but Deadly. They're not going to be messing about here at all. No, that's smoke. Maybe that's a little bit of messing about. Straight onto the balcony right in front of them. Not the ideal move. Seems they are going to be moving in relatively quickly. This is certainly what they want to do here. Dr. Sean is slowly sneaking up, but these are with the nice pick there, with a nice tight angle there. Enigma was holding just last round, I believe. Dark Tunnel's going to be the one to have to try and deal with that now. So Honey Elf takes down 4Q. The northern flanker taken down. And now the rest of the team of Silent but Deadly is going to have to deal with Driver of Car on this corner. Enigma's going to get totally decimated by him. 2 C4s have gone off in the last 30 seconds. It is aggressive. More nades coming out. Diesel did finally pick off Dark Tunnel. That's Flash. That was a solid one. It did actually blind Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls is in a bad way. In a bad way, to say the very least. Five members on SpaceForce. It seems to be a pattern. The Volk keeps their 5 men up, except for that one objective on the western side, where it did become a 1v1 situation, with the almost clutch of 4Q on the Marshock round of Silent but Deadly. Bear Grylls is getting paranoid, flicking back after he heard those random shots. It's a good way to psych people out, that's for sure. And there we go, coming around the corner, trades with Destructor in it. That's it. That's it for Silent but Deadly on that round. SpaceForce take it. But there are still plenty more rounds. We go into what will be coming up next, the 5th round here. This I did forget to put the +1 in for Silent but Deadly previously. It's in there now at the very least. Yeah, I will attempt to resolve these technical difficulties very quickly, and then we will be ready and back. Be back in a second.